Start. Assam is primarily an agricultural state. Agriculture sustains about 72% of its population, but only one third of its area is covered. The plains here are covered by most fertile alluvial soils which are suitable for growing rice, wheat, sugarcane, cotton, banana, tobacco, etc. On the hills, apart from a great potential of growing variety of fruits, we have colorful orchids and among the commercial crops, tea, jute, sugarcane, cotton and potato and ginger are important. With these favorable features and its new structure, the university is well set to bring science to the service of the rural areas of the state. The primary function of any university is to seek knowledge, to create knowledge, and to disseminate and apply it for the welfare of mankind. While the agricultural university shares this broad based function of a university, it has to fulfill its role by becoming an instrument in agricultural and rural development and through in the growth and prosperity of the state it serves. Education in such a university has to be concerned with the training of the youth who will occupy important positions in shaping agricultural policy, in agricultural research, in administration, and in a wide range of agricultural services. There is no denying the fact that in a country like India, which is predominantly agricultural, agricultural development is the bedrock on which the nation's progress and prosperity stand. Therefore, the content and quality of education imparted in agricultural universities will exercise a profound influence on all aspects of our development. Agricultural universities should show a marked willingness to change as the country's needs change. Agricultural situation in the country will face challenges of an unprecedented nature needing appropriate adjustments in strategy, deployment of resource, kinds of products to be produced and processed, and services to be rendered to the farming community. The programs of the university will have to keep on adjusting to meet such changing needs. If agricultural scientists can respond to the challenges which tend to affect or make uncertain the crops yields, a basic prerequisite of steady programs would be made. The production of food grains in 1970-71 was 108 million tons, whereas in 1971-72 it was 104 million tons. In 1973-74, it was 103. The increase in population of about 12 million persons every year in itself will require 1 million tons of additional food grains every year. With an increase of the per capita intake of 100 calories per day, India would require an additional 5 million tons food grains every year. Thus, we are facing a difficult situation. Assam is primary and agriculture state, sustains about 72% of its population, but only one third of its area is crops. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, after independence, the government has on many occasions used even the Rashtriya Swam Sevak to maintain law and order in this metropolitan city. It has been used to control traffic on the roads. The service of the organization has been sought on other places also for different purposes. It doesn't mean that they should be deprived of their rights. It is not proper. We cannot accept it. We want justice in this regard, and we hope that justice will be meted out to them. I would like to say two more things about the laborers. The first is regarding victimization. There was some order issued in favor of 800 retrenched workers. The government has to sort out this problem anyhow. It does not stand to my reasoning as to why the career of the workers should be spoiled for the reasons that they went on strike. The higher officers in railways do all sorts of crimes, and none of officers are removed from service. Will the poor be kicked out? Will there be different rules for different persons? Even the militants who fight against our military and kill thousands of them are also called for a dialogue. They are given share in power. They are also given special privileges. Well, the laborers' view might be wrong, but is the view of armed militants right? The government do not hesitate in having negotiations with them, but the poor must suffer. You may do it to some extent, but we should realize that the anger for manifestation in the form of terrorism in different shapes, we have actually closed the door for solving the human problem in a decent manner, keeping the dignity of humanity intact. I would especially like to drive this point home to the mind of JSS, and I know what kind of mind and heart he possesses. I am not appreciating his virtues. My acquaintance with him is not new. We may have political differences, but I know him, and that is why I have expectations from him. When he is not able to work out things, how can I think support his budget? That is why I am not in a position to support the budget, although I want to support it. There is one issue related to Konkan Railway. It is a serious matter. Our colleague Sri Srikant Jena had raised the issue of Orissa. In the first year, and more so the year before that, our economic growth performance was somewhat unsatisfactory, chiefly due to the vagaries of the capricious monsoon. It is imperative for us now to raise the rate of growth of the economy in the coming year in order to achieve the tempo envisaged in the fifth five-year plan. At the same time, we must continue our fiscal and monetary discipline in order to avoid the kind of runaway inflation with which we feared to be threatened last year. Finally, in our socio-economic conditions, it is certainly not enough to achieve a higher level of national income if the vast majority of the people of this country continue to live in abject poverty. Persistence of glaring inequalities is neither conducive to political stability nor to social welfare. Stop.